He was like,
Beastmaster! Boom! Welcome to Power of Marvel Legends, the YouTube channel where we review every single one of the very articulate, highly posable, incredibly sought out action figures known as Marvel Legends.
Shout out to the Powers of X-Men podcast, Dayspring and Flinkman.
I'm the uncanny Dayspring.
And I'm the adjectiveless Flinkman.
Blanca.
Dayspring!
I am so jealous that you got the Marvel Legends anniversary Toad figure.
I have him. He's right here in my display. He's going to leap right on over. Boom. Here he is in all his glory. Look at him.
I mean,
he Mortimer.
Looks so good. Hang on, let me spotlight you. I am such a viejito. I'm like, how do I do this?
Oh, literally have no clue how to work Zoom. So, it's fine. It's
my
fine.
God.
Yeah.
He looks so good.
He looks incredible. And I have to tell you, Toad is an important character to the X-Men, of course. He's one of their first ever villains. But I don't stan Toad. I'm not a Toad stan. So it's not like I was like yearning and demanding for a new Toad figure for all of these years, but certainly we were due for an update from the figure from 20 years ago. And I mean, this figure might make me a Toad stan. I mean, he is incredible.
Well, okay. So first of all, for those of you who don't know, Toad was part of the original Marvel Legends Wave 1 back in 2002, which is, dude, I was graduating high school in 2002.
Yeah, it doesn't make any fucking sense how Marvel Legends have been around that long. And actually that Toad sculpt predates Marvel Legends. He was actually supposed to be packed in with a movie Toad figure as part of like the evolutions of X-Men. I think they only ever released Wolverine from that, but Toad was supposed to be a part of it. And so that figure, as hyper detailed and with as gross actually of paint apps as he was a pretty gross figure. He didn't have the articulation that the rest of the Legends had. So he was outdated from the get. So it was, beyond time to get a new Toad. And I have to tell you, he is a contender for my Legends figure of the year. He is
really.
He is that good. Like, I don't know if you can just tell. I mean, look at him.
Let me spotlight again. Hang on. Oh my God. Well, he has that maniacal face, which the original Wave 1 Toad has that maniacal face.
Yes.
Does he come with a Toad accessory?
He comes with 2
Shut the fuck up!
Accessory. So I have them in the display because people who know, but if you don't know, that original Marvel Legends Toad that we were talking about came with like a giant Toad glued in his hand, like right there. Removable. He was like stuck there. Yeah, just like that. And it's like, okay, that's pretty cool because Toad is Toad, but I don't know that he actually hangs out with a lot of Toads. But it was fine, and I'm glad that they paid homage to it by packing in removable Toads. But something you mentioned is that maniacal grin. Yeah. When I personally think of Toad, my personal favorite version is the 90s version. And, since this was going to be an update to the original Marvel Legends figure, I really never had it in my brain that we were going to get the version of Toad that I wanted. And also, sorry to everyone listening if you hear random alerts on my computer. It's me. I don't know how to make them stop. I'm on like a 15-year-old laptop right now, and
I don't know how to edit out noises.
I don't know how to work this, so forgive me if you hear some beeps and some boops.
We're the blind leading the blind here.
For real. But yeah, like when I think of Toad, my definitive version is 90s Toad. with that maniacal grin captured so well in these 90s trading cards here, because I brought references.
Oh my God, of course you did. I
Of
look at that.
course.
Look
And
at that. I
even
love
though
those trading cards
and
so
even though
much.
he's not colored as these, he's got his Rob Liefeld coloring
I love the Rob
from
Liefeld coloring.
X-Force. Like
Okay,
the spirit of this of 90s Toad is in this figure.
okay,
And
wait. Hold up. I love that you have the Saturn 9 card there and that Emma card there. I love that Emma Frost card so fucking much.
yes.
Yes, look at her right there.
With her pillows lounging.
Oh,
I got in
yeah.
so much trouble at Jesus school for these trading cards because
Oh,
of
I did
Emma
too.
and Celine. Celine was in a
Emma
thong.
always. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And Emma, there's this one shot of Emma, this one card. I'm forgetting where it's from, but she's kind of standing like this, and there's like a mop and brick wall behind her. And my religion teacher was like, "That's too sexy. What are you doing with this?" And she thought I had like porn cards.
I mean, they basically were the 90s. It was, I was talking about this with a coworker actually the other day, and he was talking about how, 90s female superheroes were so ridiculously proportioned and everybody looks like porn stars and blah, 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 blah. And he was saying it obviously as kind of like a negative thing. And of course it is unrealistic body standards. We don't want to impose those on anybody, but for me, somebody who grew up on those comics, like, Jim Lee Wildcats, Gen 13, all of that nonsense, like as unrealistic and as, out of place as it is now, I personally don't have
it's
a
style.
problem.
It's style. And I was talking about this. I actually did my grad school thesis on superhero bodies.
Yeah.
And it was all about the hypersexualization of women. But my thesis advisor was Dale Peck, who's a very contentious literary figure, but he challenged me. He was here like, but the men are also like in ideal forms as well.
Yeah.
Toad, though, to bring it back to him, is the exception to that. And can I ask a really quick question? Because my first memory of Toad isn't so much from the comic books. It's from Pride of the X-Men. The VHS,
Master!
He was like,
Master! Toad did good, Master!
Why did they make him like Gollum? He is like a beta Gollum. He's a beta Gollum.
Well, that isn't too out of step with his early depictions where he was basically Magneto's, whip boy. Like Magneto took out all of his aggression on him and he was whipped. So like it was kind of a weird portrayal, but it wasn't totally out of step either. I loved it. I loved it. And
I loved it.
Did he, when everybody squared off to fight somebody, everyone was paired off at the end? I can't remember. Was it Wolverine that got Toad?
I think it may have been Wolverine. Hang on.
And he trapped him in like a cave. He like knocked some rocks.
Yeah, he went like that with his claws and then trapped him there.
Yeah. And in true terrible animated pilot style, then he just stood there and was like, okay, I did my part, and the rest of the team went on without him.
But why would you give Australian Wolverine Toad as your big baddie? That doesn't make any sense to me, because Wolverine you would think would get Magneto or Juggernaut or one. I get it that Kitty and Nightcrawler had to do him at the end with Magneto, but like, why didn't he get Juggernaut? I mean, I get it because he got Colossus, but you know what I mean. Like Colossus, and Juggernaut makes sense, but Wolverine deserves someone better than Toad.
A little better than Toad. I don't disagree. I mean, but at least at the end of the day, we can agree that it was amazing that Cyclops was squared off against Emma Frost.
Oh, of course. That was foreshadowing. I remember, not to make this an Emma episode, but I was on my jog today. I was remembering when, in the early days of Wikipedia, if you looked at Emma Frost wiki, she had her X-Men animated series photo of her holding Cyclops's head. That was her photo that they used. And I was like, damn, they always paired those characters in animation.
Always. I mean, they knew something. Larry Houston knew something we didn't.
Larry Houston knew it. Knew it. But okay, wait. So Toad, I remember him from, the Pride of the X-Men.
Yeah.
I loved him in the Vision of Scarlet Witch series, where
of course you did.
He goes after Wanda and he finds out Wanda's pregnant, and he's here like, ew, gross, you're pregnant. Why did you get so fat or something like that? She's like, I'm pregnant. Like, iconic scene. Super iconic scene.
I'm not the world's biggest Wanda stan. So I actually just read that story for the first time last year, and
Really?
I thought it
during
was
our breakup. During our breakup.
hysterical.
How dare you? How dare you read that without me?
And I posted it on Instagram to bait your ass.
Oh, I did see that though. I'm not gonna lie.
And you did.
I saw that.
You knew.
I saw that. Okay.
God, we're getting into all of our messy drama when really we're supposed to be talking about Toad.
Okay. Next Toad thing though, because you said the Rob Liefeld. I love Toad in Uncanny X-Force. In X-Force. It was like Uncanny X-Force, just X-Force. He is evil as shit. Yeah. In that, was it issue 8, issue 5?
It was a single digit issue. I know that for sure.
It was definitely before Rob left.
Right.
It's either 5 or 8, something like that.
Well, and I love 90s Toad because he was actually stepping out of the shadow of others and doing his own thing and leading his own brotherhood. And like, these trading cards, the Brotherhood of Perfect. These trading cards, by the way, have a Brotherhood of Evil Mutants trading card with Toad front and center. Like all I knew about Toad as a fan, coming up in the early 90s was his portrayal as, a psychopathic leader in X-Force, and then the useless lackey in Pride of the X-Men. And like, really, the real Toad probably lies somewhere in the middle of those two depictions. But yeah, I'm with you. The 90s Toad, some may argue it's out of character. I would say it's evolution of a downtrodden, mistreated character. He finally lost his mind and became a maniac. Like it makes sense to me.
He was savage in that issue. He literally kidnapped Sauron, and Sauron's trying to live like a good life and has a girlfriend named Tanya, and he murders Tanya. He like gets him naked, flips him upside down, and murders her like in front of him to turn him back into Sauron. It is literally, it's savage. And I didn't even register that story until during our breakup. I reread like the first 12 issues of X-Force. First of all, I love Sabotage, which is like the first arc of X-Force. I love it so much. But that issue, I got to it and I was like, holy shit, they weren't fucking around with Toad. Toad was literally a monster. So I feel those are my big Toad moments. And then, of course, X-Men Evolution. But apart from that, and Wolverine and the X-Men, of course. Oh,
are we talking the comic book series or the show?
The comic book series. Oh my God. Was he in X-Men Evolution, the cartoon?
He was in Wolverine. He was definitely, well, we know he was in Wolverine the X movie. He was, I do believe he showed up in the Wolverine and the X-Men cartoon as well.
Yeah. Oh my God, I completely forgot about him in the cartoon. I'm sure yes, he was. He 100% was. He had the bandana. Wow. Completely forgot about that.
All coming back to you, Celine Dion.
All coming back to me.
Well, of course, as any regular listener knows, when it's just you and me doing something like this, we like to do a little bit of trivia. And I'm already pissed because you spoiled one of my trivia questions.
Wait, what was it?
Okay, so it was definitely going to be a little nod to the last time we did one of these with Havoc. And I asked you which vampire mutant did Havoc activate the powers. So I was going to say, which villain did Toad help repower so that he could add them to his Brotherhood in the 90s? And of course, you're up in this bitch talking about murdering Tanya, and you already know. I almost got you with Havoc, and I thought maybe I had a chance with Toad, but no.
Okay, but if you would have asked me point blank, I would be like, I don't know. I would have said, I don't know. Like just phrasing the question like that, because my mind does not work like that. But okay.
Your mind doesn't work at all. It
does not.
Not in our advanced age. Look at you.
That's why I'm wearing a Dazzler hat today.
I mean, we're just representing the ladies today.
In lieu of a brain, I have a Dazzler hat.
Well, that's all you need, babe, is a Dazzler hat.
I know. You're representing She-Hulk.
I am representing She-Hulk because it is the greatest MCU adaptation of all time. I will hear, no recourse on that needed. It's just a statement of facts. I'm sure some listeners will disagree.
It's fine.
But, I have Toad in a twerking position for a reason.
Yes. Wait, hold the figure up a little bit more before we get knee deep into trivia. Let me pin you. All right. So overall, like assessment, he looks really great. He has a great the maniacal grin. He has the Rob Liefeld colors. His hair looks good. Oh,
He does
Toad has a
have-
wicked tongue, Senator.
Toad has a wicked tongue, Senator. Like, how is it that I always start doing voices when it's you and me together? I don't do voices in my daily life, but when I'm on here with you, I'm impersonating everybody. My favorite is still my Sabretooth. Okay, but yeah, no, he does have a version with a prehensile tongue. He didn't have this in the 90s. This was not part of his power set back then. So I'm not that's not that it's a great looking head. I mean, his hair is super detailed, like on both heads. Like the hair detailing is
incredible. It looks great.
They really went all out on his like evil Rider Strong hair.
It is evil Rider Strong hair.
Oh my god, this would be perfect to paint blue and pop on AOA Bobby.
Oh, you know how I feel about that. Oh god, I'm so angry about that. I know.
Stabbing you. So yeah, he's a great figure. He has all the articulation that you would expect, maybe even a little more. The range of motion on his hips seems to be really great.
Who are you posing him with?
I am posing him right here in the middle in front of Magneto, because I've got Magneto on his just took out Mystique. It's
okay. You got a new Mystique coming.
You know, I only want her for the bebe. I want that bebe so that she can yeet him over the waterfall.
Okay, everyone, by the way, the amount of DMs about her coming with like baby Nightcrawler and what she does to him, everyone loves it. Everyone
it's savage. Who knew that the Hasbro team was so fucking savage?
I mean,
but no, I have him right here in the front. He's sort of with the Brotherhood sort of characters here, Mystique and Pyro, but squatting in front of Magneto, he's actually next to Madeline Pryor, who he has no connection to whatsoever. But, I want her front and center of my villains display. So continuity be damned. Madeline Pryor is going to be next to whoever the fuck she needs to be front and center. And just wait until we get like an official Madeline. Then she's going to be, I'm going to buy 5 and she'll be everywhere.
That is Maddie.
So yeah, he has the alternate head. Mm-hmm. He has, of course, his little toads. Mm-hmm. And then he comes with a couple of fists, which, that's a nice inclusion. But, Toad he's not really using his fists for a whole lot. So
do you remember when like action figures did not come with like extra hands or multiple heads?
No, and they came with like useless articulation where like every single one of their fingers was articulated, but they still couldn't make a fucking fist. Like what?
I'm gonna tell you the low point of accessories in Marvel Legends, even though it was an exciting time, was Return of Marvel Legends Wave 2. I'll never forget getting Madame Mask and her just coming with that, like gray stand. Like it was like a gray rug. That's it. That's all you got. That's it.
The Build-A-Floor series.
That's it. That's all you got. And we didn't even get the variants because that was supposed to be. Oh wait, was that?
We did get that. We did because we got that hideous Viper.
Yeah.
We got thankfully Viper. We're about to get a redo on her.
I'm so excited for that new Viper.
Yes. But no, I would say like I'm trying to think what legends we've gotten this year that would be maybe Maggot. I might put Maggot above Toad, but really this Toad figure, I can't state it enough. He is a beautiful sculpt. He's got great articulation for such a physical character like Toad. He can do all the things you would want him to do. He's got good accessories. I mean, bright colors that pop in the display. I mean, nobody else is rocking the peach and purple like Toad. So he is definitely an early contender. Well, I guess it's not that early in the year anymore. How is it already halfway through September? Jesus Christ.
I can't even.
Where does the time go? But he's an excellent figure, and you need to move heaven and earth to get him ASAP.
Okay, so what happened was my PayPal got hacked, and I was able to like get the charges taken care of. However, they closed out my PayPal account. I reopened a new one, and I did not realize that it was tied to my Hasbro orders. And you have to go through every order and update the payment for that. And I was freaking out. Listen, I love Toad. I want Toad. But the one I was most freaking out about was the Mojo World box set. Because, bitch, I got 2. I got 2 of those.
You rich?
Well, no, no, I just I really am not. I should have canceled one, but I'm not gonna risk it. But yeah. So hopefully it's coming. If not, I'll just like buy him on eBay.
It'll come.
It'll come.
Big Bad Toy Store, I think, is where I got my Toad. So if all else fails, fuck your Hasbro order. Big Bad Toy Store will get him out to you with FedEx in 3 days.
Yes.
But definitely get your hands on him as soon as you can. I haven't purchased any of the other 20th anniversary. I'm pretty much strictly ladies and X-Men these days. But if they're all up to the quality of this Toad figure, you know, I might want to revisit that strategy because, you know, he's more expensive than the average legend, I think, by maybe $5 or so. I don't remember. It all comes out of the same place. I'm not paying that much attention. But I almost, you know, legends are too expensive across the board. Yes, but I agree that he should be more expensive based on how big or how great of a figure he is. Whether he needs to be $35, debatable, but I'm okay with him being more expensive.
He was expensive. Everyone be warned.
And everyone's very unhappy about it. But I, you know, as somebody who, you know, in a past life, thank God it was in a past life, I worked in, you know, manufacturing and transportation and like the cost of importing goods. Their hands are tied. They're a company who needs to make profits. Do what you got to do, Hasbro. You have us by the balls. What can I say?
All right, let's finish up with some trivia.
Yes. Okay. So
hit me with that trivia.
First of all, I have to say, for the first time in my entire life, my entire internet going life, I am disappointed in uncannyxmen.net.
I know. I knew it because I did the same exact thing you did. We were literally texting each other on DM. I did the same thing.
They don't have a Toad spotlight.
Why? We'll write it for them.
I will literally. Well, yeah. Yes, I will. I will literally write it for them. They need to. I will reach out to them immediately and be like, no, I won't even reach out to them. I'm just gonna go ahead, just send it. Just like, here's Toad. He's done.
He's done.
Taken care of, handled. Because yeah. So my trivia is a little light because it is based on because one of my questions is out the window already. But it's based on my knowledge of Toad. They have
a spotlight on Wind Dancer.
I mean,
well, I love Wind Dancer.
We love Wind Dancer, but
no shade to Wind Dancer.
No shade to Wind Dancer, but she's been around since 2003 and Toad's been around since 1963. Let's rectify some shit, okay? All right, so
right. Wait, so do I technically have 1 point going into this?
No, because I had 5 questions, so that one is.
You have 5 questions? Jesus fucking Christ!
Well, no, I mean I was assuming you would probably one of them's a bonus, and then I was assuming in the course of our conversation one of these would be spoiled, but the one that I thought would be spoiled is not the one that was.
All right.
So I'm still going to ask that one, and I'll ask it first because it's an easy one, and I know you're going to get this. I know you're going to get this.
Hit me.
You're such an X-Men Evolution stan. That I know you're going to get it. What is Toad's civilian name on X-Men Evolution? It is not Mortimer Tonybee as it is in the comics.
Oh, wow. I don't know. I really don't know.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Is it Maximoff something?
I'm so disappointed in you.
You should be. I told you.
I can't believe I knew this. You are the Evolution stan.
X-Men Evolution name. Let's see. What's his name? Oh, it's Tolsky.
Todd Talansky.
Talansky. There we go.
Todd Talansky.
Talansky. Oh, it's spelled differently in some iterations. They spell it with an E on some and an A on another.
Well,
listen, bitch, I didn't know.
Listen, you didn't know. It's fine.
I thought you were gonna ask like who did he have a crush on in X-Men Evolution?
Oh, bitch! I'm not gonna just like hand.
I thought you were like serve it to me.
No, definitely not.
It's fine. No,
Okay.
I never would have gotten that. Like literally, we would have been stuck here for all of eternity if we were like in a hell dimension, and I had to like guess it. I never would have gotten it.
Madison would save us.
I did make a deal with the devil that I can't talk about.
She would save us. She would save us. And by the way, I got a fucking email that she is doing like mail-in autographs right now. And to that I say go girl.
Go
get
girl,
your
get that
money.
money.
Strike while the iron is hot. The gays are on your side.
Well, I have her email.
Oh, wow.
Just
Aren't you
saying.
fancy pantsy?
You know where I'm going with that.
I know where you're going with that. And all I'll say is I hope I'm around for it. I'll wear
You're
this
like,
t-shirt.
I'm available.
I'm available and I have She-Hulk shirts.
Fair.
Okay.
Fair.
Okay.
All right, next one. So wait, so I'm like -1 now.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. This is just for all in good fun and for me to troll you about for the rest of our friendship. Okay. So
I came with the Dazzler hat. It came with the Dazzler hat.
You came with a Dazzler hat to try and prevent me from being this savage, and it didn't work. I'm sorry.
Let's go. Come on.
All right. Which random cosmic entity kidnapped Magneto and Toad, whose technology Toad later stole to use against Wanda?
The Stranger.
Yes! I mean, that was a softball question because it involves Wanda.
Because it involves Wanda. No, but I do remember that because he disappeared with Magneto for like a couple years and blah, blah, blah.
Yep. And Magneto like escaped and was like, whatever, you're like, didn't like left Toad there. And I don't think we saw Toad again until that Wanda series. Maybe not.
Was that the last time? I don't remember when Toad came back.
I think it might have been in
if there was an uncanny X-Men.net page, we can easily consult
we would
that.
know. We would know instead of have to guess. But no, they've let us down. Okay.
Well, you know who would know? Chad from Gray Malkin Lane. He would know.
Is he a Toad stan or he just knows all?
No, he's like, he knows all. And he's covering that era on his podcast.
Jesus. I mean, I like to think that I know so much about comics, but I'll tell you, I have learned in recent weeks that I don't know shit.
Oh, yeah, I know. It's
okay.
Go.
Toad's original mutant powers did not involve having a prehensile tongue.
Yes.
Or the adhesive saliva that he tried to kill our God Queen with in the first X-Men movie. Now, we obviously know why he gained those abilities in the comics, but how did he gain those abilities in the comics?
Okay, sure. How did he gain those abilities in the comics? Was it during X-Men Forever?
Fuck you!
Yeah! I love that.
Okay, but how? But how? You know where?
God. Jesus.
I'm totally where?
It's so funny. So I made an educated guess because first of all, I've been dying to reread that series and it's not available digitally. I have the prints back home. I know. I love it so much. And so for everyone at home, X-Men Forever Volume 1, not to be confused with the Chris Claremont, retelling.
Yeah, you can pass on that.
Pass on that. This is, so Mystique becomes more chameleon in it. Mm-hmm. Jean, in theory, gets exposed to the Phoenix officially here. That's what they kind of say. But I'm trying to remember, oh my God, who is, I'm forgetting his name. He was put in like in the cylinder, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, who was the bad guy in it? Oh, I'm remembering. And Jean even says, so they want us to stop him. Oh, what was it? I'm forgetting the guy's name. I'm forgetting the villain's name.
It was Juggernaut's dad.
Oh, it was Juggernaut's dad.
Was that Professor something Marco?
Was it? Oh, okay. So I was totally thinking of someone else. Was it part of the Black Womb Project?
Girl, you're like, don't ask me for details.
You asked for details. You asked for receipts. You asked for receipts.
I just asked how.
Okay, but I think
you got how. I'm going to give you that one. You got X-Men Forever, and you got that he was in a tube being fiddled with. So I'm giving you
because I remember the panel, but now I didn't know it was Juggernaut's dad. Now I'm wondering because Juggernaut's dad, Charles's dad, and Destiny were all part, and Sinister to some degree, were all part of a project called Black Womb Project. And it was like really secretive. It came into play, you would know it, because it also came into play during Endangered Species leading up to Messiah Complex.
Yes. I mean, I remember it, but whether or not that was the organization involved. And
it was mentioned in Legion Quest too. That's where it was kind of first, like Adam X was trying to get like some information on it. Like, because Adam X is in the background of Legion Quest.
Why? In the background where he belongs.
Stop it! Why are you doing this? You're such an asshole. Literally, I'm wearing a Dazzler hat for you.
I'm just
that's all I can say. This episode, I'm wearing a Dazzler hat for you. Anytime you throw shade, I'm like, I'm wearing this for you.
Well, it's all right. It's all right. Because, there once upon a time I wore a jean gray shirt for you and you didn't even fucking comment on it. And I was very offended.
Oh my God.
Just
I
letting
don't
you know.
remember that.
That's all right. That was in like our dark days. So,
No. Okay.
okay. Well, I'm going to give you that one. I'm going to
Okay,
give you that
okay,
one.
okay.
That's fine.
I
You got
feel
that.
like I got the win. I got it almost there. I almost
You were
got
there.
it.
You
I
mean you
almost
said
got it.
X-Men Forever, which is like so random. So
Yeah.
I'm giving you that one.
Thank you.
Okay. So then that just leaves, all right. So that just leaves our bonus question, I guess. So technically you lost. Technically you lost, but that's
Okay, go.
fine because you're
That's
going to
fine.
get the bonus question. And if you get the bonus question, I'm going to give you the win because the bonus question is sort of about Toad, but mostly it's about me and my feels.
Okay. Oh my
And
God, please. I feel like I know your feels very well.
I feel like you're going to get this one because
Okay,
I
let's hear it.
bitched. If you, I'll set the scene. Picture it.
Okay, wait.
It was 2011, 2012.
Okay.
What this was something that I was bitching to you about on the regular every time this book was released.
I know it.
You know
Can
it.
I say it? Can I say it?
No, because I got to ask the question first.
Okay.
Okay.
I know it.
So 10-ish years ago, I dropped a weekly X book for the first time ever.
Yeah.
Ever since I started my weekly ritual, I was buying all of the X books without question, whether they were good or bad. But I finally stopped reading one because of Toad. Why?
Because he was dating Paige, who was a lunch lady at Jason Aaron's Wolverine and the X-Men series.
Yep.
Boom. I know my Flinkman history.
I
know it.
You are a Flinkman.
I am a Flinkman expert. I will say that.
You are. You're, you know about as much about my continuity as you know about Jean and Wanda.
But what people don't, to give people a frame of reference, in 2012, you and I were talking still on like AIM.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
Like 2011, we were still on AIM talking. And I think I had something called like Digsby, which attempted to like be this one platform where you had your Facebook Messenger and your AIM and your MySpace Messenger. My MySpace may have been dead by then, but we talked, guys at home, we talked every single day, especially during the Messiah arc. We every single plot point we like dissected.
Oh yeah. And I really can't wait for Philip and Daryl to have us on their X Factor podcast to discuss Messiah Complex. Like every time I've been on, he's like, "Oh, we're gonna have you back for Messiah Complex." I'm like, "Read fucking faster. I need you to go faster. I'm ready to talk about it."
They have no idea. I love Daryl and Philip so much, but literally their mouths are just gonna drop open, and like it's gonna be like that scene of Ron and Tammy 2 in Parks and Rec where they like it's gonna be, but we're gonna be them, and we're gonna be getting along really well. Then we're gonna start fighting. I'm like, I hate you, and then we're gonna like make up, and they have no idea what's gonna happen.
They don't know what's coming. They think they know, but they have no idea. Oh my God, did we talk about Toad? Was this about Toad at all? Like, I really don't even...
Who the fuck knows? All right, that's our review of Toad. Well, your review of Toad, because
my review of Toad. Because you're slow and paid. Well, no, you're not slow. It's paid.
I got hacked in Alaska while looking for Madeline Pryor.
And they only charge $9. All this for $9.
$9. Like they couldn't get like $90 or $900. $9. And they spam boxed me, or they like spam bombed me, and like it was buried in there, and I was like $9.99. That is what you spent on. I don't even know what it was, but anyways, I don't have Toad, but I can't wait to have him because literally, like, you have me so excited for Toad.
Yeah, he's like damn near a 10 if he's not a 10. Like, he's a good figure. You gotta get on it.
Get on it. All right, folks. I'm the Uncanny Dayspring,
and I'm the Adjectiveless Flinkman,
and we'll see you next time.
Peace out.